Let's see till we get connected all together. Let's see if everything is working properly. I hope all of you are good. We are here another Thursday with some time spent together, and hopefully you all hear me. Let's see when this goes live. The first little seconds are always a delay because I start, but you get the live after a few seconds. So let's see here. Please share this live. Today will be a live talking about how I grew up with music. It's really beautiful to share this with you, and also I will show you something that I never showed anybody. I'm trying to get together a lot of file that actually I had in all hard disk, hard drive, and so I want to show you something. Let me share this also to my page. While I'm doing all this here, so let's see, let's share. So hopefully you all had a beautiful week. We are approaching the weekend, and hopefully it will be a weekend where we can have like better news than what we are having lately. Let's see, share live now. Perfect. So today I would like to start with a song that was my first release here in the United States. It's a song that talks about let's say a wish. It's a prayer, and I decided in December to release prayer as first song because I felt that we all needed a little bit more hope in this world, not knowing that when we were just ready to end with all the pandemic stuff, we were going through something different. But I think that's a wish for all of us, and it's beautiful to start today with this song. Ciao a tutti, iniziamo questa sessione live parlando oggi di come sono cresciuto con la musica, però prima di farlo mi piacerebbe condividere con voi un momento musicale che è stato la mia prima pubblicazione qui negli Stati Uniti, Prayer, perché credo che sia un momento in cui tutti abbiamo bisogno di un po' più di preghiera in questo mondo. Hola a todos. Quiero empezar hoy con una canción que ha sido mi primera publicación aquí en los Estados Unidos, que se llama Prayer. Prayer es una esperanza para que todo lo que estamos viviendo puede volver en peace una otra vez. Esta es Prayer for all of you.
It's time to feel inspired. Long days are over, we are wired. I hope you know it's a brand new day. Our strength is wide. We are on our way. Our faith is one, can shine the light in a hill. It's time to heal, to love again. As I say a prayer tonight. We were kept apart for so long. Time to be near, so come home. We dream so high, time to make it true. It's time now for a faith to renew. Our faith as one can shine a light, and I'll hear you say tonight. It's time to heal, to love again. As I say a prayer tonight. So this is the moment we share the fear, spin the glory as you mean. Once again, again, again. Oh no, the seeds of our life will soon grow once more. A new path will shine across the new world. Once again. It's time to be inspired. I hope you know it's a brand new day. We dream high, we love again.
Okay, so this was prayer, and I wish we can really keep doing our best in these difficult times. So today we talk about how I grew up with music. Hoy hablamos de cómo he crecido con la música. Oggi parliamo di come sono cresciuto con la musica. It was like I was always part of a family full of music. And but before to do this, let's say hi to I see like a lot of people already writing. Hello Kevin, hello from Florida, hello Ohio. Hola Miguel. Hablo español, sí también. No muy bien, pero hablo español. Bésame, bésame mucho. Hola Daniel. Ciao Angelo. Como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Hello. Jose, hello. From Brazil. Oh, from Brazil, you too as well. Ciao sorella. Grazie. Hola Fabiola. Another sister of mine. Ciao Flora. E Giorgia, amore. Saluto anche la mia nipote Alice perché l'altra volta se l'è prese. Gabriele. Lucia Maria says good evening Stefano. Okay, she said that I need to speak a little bit more loud. Let's see if in this way it's better. Tell me if you all hear better here. Ok. Um, Boa tarde Maria. Hola. Hola Lucia. Grazie Luisa. Grazie. Um, Prima di continuare a leggere i commenti, before to keep reading the comments, ciao Nicolas, un grande saluto. Stefano, me quedo un rato y luego me voy a teatro a trabajar. Un abrazo grande a ti también, Nicolas. Espero che podemos hacer algo muy pronto juntos. Oggi parliamo di di come sono cresciuto con la musica. When I was a child, I always grew up around music because, you to say, my father used to play. Still, he plays, but like used to play a lot of musical instruments, and he used to sing when he was younger than me. Right now, I mean, like since when he was probably 16, 17 years old, he used to sing and play in a band, and he was a really great talent. And probably all the artistic part that I have, it's thanks to him. And my mother, instead, during the same time, he gave me a lot of discipline, because you can have a talent, you can start to learn music, make music, but if there's not discipline that helps you to put the talent or the passion inside something that like a channel that will help you to be to put everything together, it's like you don't go anywhere. essentially it's that. So just a little bit I translate for other people. Sono cresciuto in un ambiente musicale sin da piccolo, perché diciamo che dalla mia più tenera età ricordo, guardando anche dei video, mio padre che suonava il pianoforte cantando. È stato sempre parte integrante della mia vita musicale, perché anche lui ha sempre cantato, ha suonato qualsiasi tipo di strumento. Invece io mi sono fermato al pianoforte perché credo che sia già difficile di suo. Però anche lui, come me, alla mia età ebbe diverse opportunità musicali. Poi la vita ha preso una piega differente, però sicuramente è grazie a lui che diciamo posseggo questa parte artistica. Mia madre invece che mi ha dato la disciplina, perché lei era sempre lì pronta ad essere sicura che io studiassi, che lo facessi bene, che ripetessi le cose 300.000 volte. E tra le altre cose, questo discorso ritornerà a breve, perché nel prossimo singolo parlerò proprio di questo. E per ora è una piccola anticipazione. Just to say, like, it's very important, because in the next release, they will be at the end of March. I will update you in few days exactly the date they will be released, the next single, that is called Find My Way. I will talk about the other aspect, so about the discipline, and I'll do this actually with talking about the relation with my mother. And it's a very funny song. I can't wait for all of you to listen that. So like there was a moment in my life that I started to sing immediately. I was singing for all the people that were around my home. I grew up in a little town, but also in a little village of all, like, houses all together, where a lot of children were my age. So I really grew up like playing with them. I had a beautiful childhood about that. And I used to sing, just put like pieces of wood, like, I don't know how to describe that, but I did my stage, I had my amplifier, I used to put the tracks, I used to sing on them, kind of like karaoke. But I was just 5-6 years old when this happened. And so I started singing more than playing the piano. I was like actually on the piano, tried to do something, but I didn't know actually how things were working there. Till day my parents asked me if I wanted to learn an instrument. And I said, well, there's a piano here, so I learned piano. And so I started my music school in my town, and that was obviously beautiful. As soon I was able to understand how to play or the name of the notes, and the sound, my ear was very developed, that I actually was more playing with my ear than reading the scores. And that was a disaster, because I remember when my teachers were used to say to my family that I didn't read the scores. So like, my family did a lot of sacrifices to put me into the music world, and they pretended that I was studying. So that comes my mother with her discipline, but also sometimes my father. There were moments that I was also crying about that, because this meeting teacher family, sometimes it was a disaster. But because I was more free, I said, like, I'm making music, I don't care about reading the score. Actually, then I found out that it was very, very important, because technique is one of these things that is so boring sometimes and so difficult, because it's you need to learn that language in order to be able to be free and create something in the way that you want. Because let's always think that when you have an idea, an artistic idea in your mind, is already very difficult to make that really similar in a world that is limited, because the piano has essentially 88 keys, but sometimes the sounds that I have in my mind are much more than 88. And if you think also, for example, the Western music has a system that is called tempered system. So meaning like that there's it's built on semitone. So na 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 na, like that. While for example the Indian music has all kind of different sounds in between two notes, just to make that shorter and more understanding for you all. So in a world that is already very limited, to be able to write something that you have in your mind that is actually very unlimited, you need to be able to know a technique to make the writing side much faster and much more exciting. So I understood that, and I started to learn properly. Also because from there to a short time I started to do the conservatory, and to be able to enter in the conservatory I had to do some tests. I couldn't fake that, because one of these tests was first reading. So they were essentially putting like a score in front of me, and I had to be able to read that at the same instant. So that's Beethoven. That they wouldn't never give me something difficult like that, but that was the deal. So based on that, I started to grow up with classical music. That was my main purpose. And when I started the conservatory, actually, I started the class of composition for direction of orchestra and piano. And I remember my first love was Johann Sebastian Bach, because it's like the master of the music. Bach was so forward on time in the we are talking about 1400. He was like just amazing. 1500, 1600, 1700, all this music that was built was the base of the music that we have now. Bach, for example, was almost rock, and for example, the Phantom of the Opera, that was a fuga by Johann Sebastian Bach. His music that was written many centuries ago, it's still a master right now, and a lot of actually rock bands, and not even just rock bands, but a lot of bands. Janis Joplin, for example, Janis Joplin in the 60s found so much inspiration from Bach, Johann Sebastian Bach. So that was my first love, and after that, I had to say Chopin was my second love. Chopin is actually a love that it is lasting forever, and I can never. I feel so close to his emotions, to his sensibility, if we want to say like that. His way to say with so much tenderness few things, and immediately after, like all like a huge tension that builds up to exploring a huge emotion of love. And that's so I mean, I fight a lot of time. I say I wish I had a magic wand to be able to live 5 minutes of my life with him, but unfortunately we cannot have that. So like it's bullshit what I say. But really I wished I could have done that. And by the way, I want to show you something, because this was when I was, let's say, 15 years old. I won a scholarship in Cambridge, UK. I was studying English there, and I was able to a day go and see Franz Liszt piano. Franz Liszt is a composer that lived in the 1800s in Paris, in France, and actually was a great composer, same era of Chopin. And I was able to play on his piano a Chopin piece, and I will show you this little bit. This was a very beautiful experience for me, because being there in Cambridge and be surrounded by history, by these very ancient buildings full of rich history, by places that were like Oscar Wilde, or like a very huge personality where centuries before. It kind of like lets you feel like really enriched, even if you are there like century after. So that was like an incredible experience. I was already like I was very emotional that day, because when you put your hands on the piano of somebody that made history and that is an idol for you, like Franz Liszt, it's just like the emotion cannot be counted. It's just like amazing, amazing, amazing. Let's go and read some other posts before I go on. Hola, Mabel. And also, I wanted that you do questions for me. So, quiero preguntas desde vosotros. Muchas preguntas. Domande, per favore. Fatemi domande. Thank you so much, Kevin. Mia mamma, ciao mamma. So, un abbraccio dal Brasile. Ciao Ivo. Hello. Hola, como siempre escucharte es una caricia al corazón. Saludo desde San Luis, Argentina. Lilia, muchas gracias. She says like, as always, listen to you is a caress on the heart. I say hi desde Argentina, from Argentina. Hola Andrés, mi admiración y cariño. Gracias por tu canciones y gran talento. Muchas gracias. Gracias Andrés. Ciao Alessio. So, bendición a larga toda tu carrera. Look that, Travis, my first time seeing this from Cambridge. I told you, like, I have things that actually I find, and I have a ton of things, but I still need to put all things together so I can show to all of you. Parece escenario de filme. Yes, sí. Kevin, is that my home? Is not my home. I wish to have a home down there like that. So, ciao papa. Mwah. He's my father. He's the man that I was talking to you a little bit ago. Saluto desde Argentina. Okay, so let's go on. Vamos a decir algo más. Andiamo a dire qualcosa di più. Allora, quindi sono conservatorio. Ma succede una cosa nel 2009. Sono pronto per fare... diciamo che andiamo un po' prima. Qualcosa succede nel 1998. Something happened in 1998. In 1998, sometimes, guys, I just speak so many languages that I don't know what I'm speaking. But in 1998, happens that for the first time, I go live in TV. It was a children's show, actually seen worldwide. It's called Zecchino d'Oro. And it was actually a TV show for children, where like there was a child for every country in the world that was singing something. So I was able to sing there, and the song that I brought was a very tough song because I was 7 years old at the time, and this song was talking about underage, like children that were actually working, building shoes, slavery, like it's horrible, but there's reality like this that still happen. And it was like a tough content, because it's tough when you hear or when you think that a child of 7 years old sing that song worldwide. But that experience brought me so much luck, and it was an encouragement to persevere the route of the music in my life, that path there. And I want to share with you that experience there. But last year, during the lockdown, I called the girl, Federica D'Andrea, that sang with me that song, and we did something together that was really beautiful. And this is it.
Mi han detto che il pallone con cui gioco la domenica mattina forse è fatto da un bambino come me. È così, sì, purtroppo è così. Eppure le mie scarpe, quelle nuove, quelle tutte colorate, con le luci incorporate, che più belle non si può.
per ricordare che più in là, oltre i monti ed il mare, c'è chi ha solamente un sogno di felicità.
4 quarti di silenzio per chi una voce non ce l'ha. Un silenzio perché forse meglio di me può dar voce alla voce del cuore. Quest'istante è per te, solamente per te. Batti un 5 da lontano con me.
E parlare di te, raccontare di te e dar voce alla voce del cuore. Quest'istante è per te, solamente per te. Batti un 5 il più forte che c'è.
Certo, come me, ci correresti dietro quel pallone. E forse nei tuoi sogni anche tu somigli a me. Saresti tu a segnare, tu il campione. Mi insegneresti come si può vincere in certi giochi nuovi di elettronica. Diventeremmo amici, come bello che sia, perché un bambino vive in allegria.
Quarti di silenzio, ma dopo batti un 5 e vai. Sarà un ponte grande intorno al mondo, ci farà incontrare in tutte le città. Batti 5, batti un 5 per dire a tutti che ci sei, che hai diritto anche tu a un domani, anche tu, come tutti i bambini del mondo, che il domani è di tutti, è il futuro del mondo, e il futuro ha bisogno di te.
Batti un 5 anche tu, batti un 5 anche tu, come tutti i bambini del mondo.
Perché il tanto lontano, oltre i monti ed il mare, il lontano è 2 passi da qui.
Batti 5.
Il lontano è 2 passi da qui.
Batti 5.
So this was Batti Cinque. This was the song that I was telling you about. And 1998 was a very beautiful year because everything started essentially from there. Cada día mejor. Muchas gracias. Bravo. Thank you, Travis. Thank you so much. So everything started from there. This song was written by Emilio Di Stefano, the lyrics, and Franco Fasano, the music. And actually, I was very lucky because Franco Fasano from there on became my music mentor. So music, conservatory, Disney's experience, and I need to find. Unfortunately, I don't have here, but I have a Tom. I will be in a week in Italy probably, and I will start to find. And I will start to find all this video, and I will make a beautiful video that will go on YouTube. By the way, YouTube channel. So it's very important for you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to my Instagram account, because if you're following me, you're already following me on Facebook and Twitter or YouTube. So anyway, YouTube /Stefano May and Instagram Stefano May Official. I'm here and I actually read all your posts all the time. So and I answer everybody, and it's very beautiful because it's a way for us to communicate, to understand. I'm doing this live because I believe in communication, and really I want a question from you all. From now on, if I receive question, I will make everybody request on top. If I don't receive question, I will think twice before. Vorrei tanto mi facesse delle domande, perché la cosa bella di fare questi live insieme è proprio quella di riuscire a parlare, a condividere delle emozioni, domande, risposte, punti di vista. Me encantaría que vosotros me haría preguntas, porque la belleza de hacer este live es que podemos compartir preguntas, experiencias, consejos. So, preguntas, question, domande, please. So, please, Instagram, YouTube, Stefano May. I will make these here. Let's see if I can do these. I will leave these here for now. Let's see. Okay, like that. I will leave these here. Okay, so 1998, 1999, Disney, 2000 on, I'll start to tour. I'll start to do actually piano and voice 90 minutes concert in a lot of places. And it starts to be like, we call in Italy gavetta. Jorge, saludos desde Jalisco, México. Tienes un gran talento. Muchas gracias. ¿Cuántos idiomas hablas? Hablo. Pregunta. Thank you so much. That's the first question. I speak Italian, English, Spanish, French. Hablo español, inglés, italiano y francés. I start to do what in Italy we call gavetta. So just working on what you're doing, trying to build, to shape your talent, try to, be in front of people. And it's very important because, especially when you make music, the answer of the people is very important. The face expression, how much they share the moment with you will let you understand what works and what doesn't. And I was very lucky. My father used to carry my digital piano that at the time, we're talking 1999, 2000, were very heavy, the digital pianos. And how many nights this happened? Probably, it was like 50, 60, 70 nights per year that this happened. So it was very, very beautiful. Travis just say, YouTube, Stefano May. Yeah, it works also without the C. It's fine like that as well. Saludos, soy Diana de Colombia. Besos, canta hermoso. Muchas gracias, Diana. So, for example, let's see, look how different I was at that time. I don't know if that works like that. Yeah, this was, for example, one of these. I was very, 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 very skinny and tan there. Look at that. But let's see how I can take that off. These. Okay, let's see. Okay, guys. Now, okay, that now works. Concerts, and I remember some moment that in 2009 I started to actually do my first other TV show. It's called Amici. It was the Italian version of what can be America's Got Talent, The Voice. Was that? But we will talk that in another moment, because this is how I grew up with music. And let's see, Travis is asking, how many concerts were you doing per year when in Italy? I was saying it was like, could have been like 60, 70s concerts per year. And think that in Italy, once June comes, everything is shows. So June, July, August, September, I started again school. But we are talking also how I grew up with music. So for sure, conservatory was the first really huge step, and I also had the so my mother and my father, Zecchino d'Oro, when I was 7 years old, it was crucial. Crucial because from there on I started to take music seriously. I started to go to the conservatory. Then I met what I call my guru, Damiano Minici. He was like a man that actually gave me a lot of. He made me be what I'm today in terms of culturally, in terms of knowledge, in terms of philosophy, art, history, the beauty. He taught me how to see beyond things, and it's very important, especially in today's world where, information is so at the limit to be real or fake. It's very important to see beyond things and to start to have your own opinion about things, not just what we are fed every day. But he was absolutely essential in my life. And a day I would like to do actually a live with him, because he's like an incredible human being. And but then there's another person. This was probably the biggest mentor in terms of a knowledge that cannot be recreated anymore in today's world. Why? Because it's impossible. He was Franco Zeffirelli. I had the fortune to be, let's say, his understudy, to be like his pupil, let's say like that. He was a man that made history. One of the greatest director of movie, when movies were done very differently than now. Now you have, you can make a movie essentially with one of these. At the time, everything was much more analogic, and but there was a different poetry in everything. There was a different way to find characters, the beauty. And he was 23 years old, and he was working with Coco Chanel, Salvador Dali in Paris. Salvador Dali made his first scenography. I mean, like, a man that, it's like me wishing to myself, I wish like I have a magic wand to live with Chopin for 5 minutes. That was the deal with him. So, Franco Zeffirelli, this was one of the this was me with Franco. Let's see if I can put this big here. Okay, this was me with Franco and little Dolly in his house in Rome. Then let's see, here was with my family. Let's see. Okay, that's me, my mother, Franco, and my father. Always in his home in Rome. Beautiful, beautiful home with great taste. He was just a great man. He passed. He passed in 2019, June 15, 2019, and I mean, like, his legacy will last forever. Anyway, and this was actually a picture that he took of me on his piano. As you see, like, he was, Maria Callas, Leonard Bernstein. I mean, like, he really met the world. That's why I said it's nothing that can be, like, reproduced in today's world. And I was very blessed and lucky. But this is, for example, a little piece of Chopin on his piano. This was an Easter, I remember, Easter lunch, and I was playing this. So like I have a lot actually to show you, but I want to do this gradually, and I want to show you like this other video. This was just made in his foundation, because like the biggest dream of his life was to be able to open his foundation where all his works and actually stuff that the world didn't see, because we're like the works that brought them to create the big production, like his movies like the Jesus of Nazareth, St. Francis of Assisi, Brothers and Sister Moon. I will show you something actually. Like there's like we are talking about like really great, like in his foundation a lot of these actually is visible. His foundation is in Florence. He opened the Met, one of the most important theater of of opera in the world, the Met in New York. He was a great man, and I really want to do a day just something where I talking just about him, and I actually would love to do that. But anyway, Franco was my I mean like one of my greatest mentor of my life. And recently I was in Florence, and I went to see his son Pippo, and I went to the foundation. I remember the first time that we went in the foundation, the building where now the foundation is, it was still a dream, the foundation, and I saw when Franco entering that theater, and he said, "This a day will be my foundation." I can never forget this, and I have videos, pictures a day. I really want to do something about him, because the world needs to know how close he was with for young people. Let's say, hello from Newark, Ohio. I don't know Rio de Janeiro, but about Brazil, I remember like Franco telling me a lot of beautiful experiences in Rio, actually, in Brazil. So what happened is that I was there at the foundation, and I had the honor to play the piano that you saw in the last video. Now is there in Florence at the foundation. It's actually a foundation where also Bocelli shared the same space, and I was able to play the piano again, and it was a great emotion. So this was a very beautiful moment. Let's see, my sister. Arriva tutto l'amore che ha per il maestro, ci ha incantati mentre parli di lui e di voi. Like my sister was absolutely a great bridge in between me and Franco, because she was the one that actually created the meeting, and I can never be so thankful to my sister, because it's thanks to her if I was able to be able to have the blessing in my life. Thank you so much, Adriana. I really liked your music. Thank you so much. And Travis say here, Fondazione Franco Zeffirelli. Please go there, watch the website. It's fantastic. And if you're in Florence, go there. So These were actually, I can tell you much more, but I wanna also, I wanna really open a chapter itself for Franco, and I wanna do it really, really, really beautifully. This was the way that I grew up with music. And by the way, always remember that when you deal with arts, there's never a beginning or an end. It's like life. We are eternal, and the our energy we always live beyond time, beyond space. It's up to us to create the memory of ourselves that lasts forever here on this planet. But when you grow up with music, something is being given to you as a gift. That's the talent. Then you shape the talent using the discipline. But there won't be enough alive to learn what you can actually do and what you cannot. Because music, somebody was telling me, about this expression. Think about the sound. Music is the art of the sound. And the sound is the only thing that we can deal with in this life. Doesn't have a shadow. And somebody said, think about that. You know why the sound doesn't have a shadow? Say why? Because it's the image of God. When God is around you, it becomes light, but doesn't have a shadow. It's the closest expression to that energy there. And call God energy, call God as well, in whatever way you want. But it's an energy, it's a frequency. So, this said, that's the gift. And if you shape that with some discipline, you'll be able to build something. But I guarantee you, when Franco was 96 years old, the last year that he lived, he was still working, and he created magical stuff. So this said, it won't be enough to have one life to express what art can say through you. It's always a learning lesson. It's always like a discovery. That's why I'm in love with what I do, with my passion, and I really, really thank God for giving me the possibility to do this in my life. It's a mission. It's a mission like being a priest, or like being a doctor, or like being, we heal with music. And that's very important. It's important, like, think about when John Lennon wrote Imagine, and the Imagine was huge part in the Vietnam War. Music was able to heal parties, to heal from wars, and right now we are in a very horrible situation. Let's pray all together. Let's pray with music. Let's pray in music. Let's do something to make the frequencies higher. Let's make something to inspire instead of destroy what we achieved in many years, centuries. All my love today goes to Ukrainian people, and also for all these Russian people that are not in an agreement with all what's happening. And there are I have also a lot of friends in Russia, and a lot of these friends are in pain because it's very difficult to be free in some country to do it today. So all my love goes towards these two all these people that say like, that confine our state or a country or a culture is really independent. We are all human beings in this earth. And if we just know this, we will be able to live peacefully in a united world. Let's say, ciao Stefanino, mi ricordo molto di te, Amici 9, l'edizione che concorsi, sei cresciuto come cantante, artista e persona, sono contento della tua evoluzione. Thank you so much, Lorenzo. He remembers me when I was at the TV show. Okay, so this said, I will give you a big hug, and I will leave you with an Italian song that's called Il mio canto libero, and means my freedom, my free speech, let's say like that. In music you can say whatever, and it will always be justified by the fact that it's music, so let's use it, okay? Have a great day, everybody. I love you all. See you next week. Don't forget to, as you see here, like that, to subscribe to my YouTube page and to my Instagram channel. I love you all. Have a great rest of the week.
In un mondo che non ci vuole più, il mio canto libero sei tu, e l'immensità si apre intorno a noi, al di là del limite degli occhi tuoi. Nasce il sentimento, nasce in mezzo al pianto e si innalza altissimo e va, e vola sulle accuse della gente, a tutti i suoi retaggi indifferente, sorretto da un anelito d'amore, di vero amore. In un mondo che è prigioniero e respiriamo liberi, io e te, nuove sensazioni, giovani emozioni si esprimono purissime in noi. La veste dei fantasmi del passato, cadendo lascia il quadro immacolato e sazza un vento tiepido d'amore, di vero amore, e riscopro te, e riscopro